So it looks like we won't be seeing this Anthony Yarde Joshua Buatsi fight anytime soon, because it seems as though Anthony Yarde is going to pull out of a purse bid that was ordered by the WBO for these two guys to square off for their light heavyweight interim title. Very unfortunate, and the reason seems to be because of Anthony Yarde's legal issue with his promoter Frank Warren. And the WBO have subsequently said that they will drop Anthony Yarde out of their rankings if he pulls out of this purse bid. So it's not just that he'll lose the opportunity to fight for the interim title, he'll be dropped out of the WBO rankings altogether. And you really wonder what the issue is for Anthony Yarde, because we were told by Ben Shalom that the purse split was going to be 50-50. I think Ben Shalom said it, or Frank Warren might have said it as well. 50-50, but Anthony Yarde apparently wants a lot more money than that. Or perhaps not just him, maybe members of his team, Tunde Ajayi, potentially want a lot more money than what a 50-50 split with Joshua Buatsi would get them. This almost seems like Yarde and his team wanting cash out type money, because he's obviously had a couple of cracks at the world title which didn't go his way, and a third loss for Anthony Yarde could basically spell the end of him making any kind of serious money from boxing. So if they're going to take this type of risk, especially as it's not for a world title, they want the maximum money they can possibly get for it. And Frank Warren, in recent interviews, has been saying that the figures they're looking at are just not realistic. But if they really believe, if Anthony really believes that his market value is that high, then why pull out of the purse bid? Because anybody can bid in a purse bid situation. Sky, obviously Ben Shalom, they can bid. Frank Warren can bid. You wouldn't have thought that Eddie Hearn would bid, given his relationship with Frank Warren now. But any other parties out there could bid for it, right? So again, if Anthony Yarde really believes in his market value, that it's much higher than the money he's being offered for this fight, then allow it to go to purse bids and you'll see what your market value is. So I don't know what's going on there. It's unfortunate because as boxing fans, we all want to see this fight. It's a natural fight to make, and there's an incentive there, you know, the interim WBO title. It might be, I don't know, I'm speculating here, a situation where if Yarde were to fight Buatsi with Frank Warren, perhaps he'd be tied in for several fights more, because some of these contracts can be tricky. You know, if you take a certain fight, there might be clauses in the contract whereby your contract is then extended beyond where you thought it was going to end. Stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think.